Hello everyone. So I wanted to make a video on I've been meaning to make a video like this for quite some time now. Um, if you've been watching my channel for a while, you'll notice when you go to my earlier videos, I have a lot of these things I like to call personal updates, which are they're these videos I make where I just sort of talk about what's going on in my life and sort of vent to the audience. And I've kind of feel like I've been needing to do that more recently because um I kind of stopped doing the personal updates and I just did a bunch of like game stuff and I felt like I had to present myself um in a very specific way to my very small audience, so it didn't really matter, of course, but like I feel like I should try to be more open with my audience. Um I would say over the past probably 2 or 3 months I've gotten better at socializing, talking to people, making eye contact, for example. I think I've gotten better at that, specifically because of church camp, which kind of helped me get out of my shell. That happened over summer break, but anyway, as per usual with the personal update, I have my whole thing here where I talk about stuff. So let's start with the preface. Um, First of all, I want to try to avoid sarcasm with this. I just kind of want to state things factually. I know in certain videos, maybe some of them I've even deleted before. I've just been like really sad or like just kind of like acting super hyper and energetic, which is one of them I deleted. But um, yeah, I just kind of want to. I don't want to like let those. I kind of want to be like honest and upfront with my audience instead of trying to like put on a like an emotion. Um, this update pertains to what's been going on in my life over the past 7 months. So let's get started. We'll start with literally all of the bad things. Um, because I guess people find the bad things more entertaining to start with. Um, I don't know, I didn't think that preface would be that long, so I don't think it really matters. But let's just start. Okay, so let's see here. Um, so I think my first of all, one thing to note about me is I'm very self-conscious about like who I am as a person and like my achievements and stuff. Kind of like just like insecurity around like what good I've done just in general in this world. Um, so that is why I'm focusing on sort of the decline of my channel content here. Uh, Past, what is it, February? So yeah, it just kind of made me sad. Um, to not have been posting as much as I thought I would on my channel because I have a big passion for making games. Uh, I like to make interactive games on my YouTube channel. If you're new here, you can go check that out. But just generally, since I haven't really been doing that over the past 7 months, that's made me pretty insecure and sad about this whole situation. Um, I genuinely can't believe it's been 7 months since I've actually done like actually quality content. At least I have the ones I've already done, so you can go check that out. Oh, okay, so let's see. From about February to maybe April, May, around that time of 2025, I kind of got involved with like one or two or so uh sort of just dramas relating to um like crushes and stuff. So one of them to note was one at school that happened. Yeah, it's just sorry, I'm trying to figure out. Sorry, I have a cough too. It's because I had the flu earlier. That was kind of lame, but um, anyway. So yeah, one of them was at school. There was like a whole fucking drama involving me because uh, there were like some misunderstandings with like this person who I thought liked me. Uh, so I like tried to get their number, but then it turned out they didn't like me, and then I was really emotional. I said sorry, and they talked bad about me behind my back, and then it was just this whole thing. Um, that lasted for about maybe one or two or three, probably 2 months. So that was pretty lame. Um, I guess you can understand why I don't want to really elaborate on things like this, is because it's just really embarrassing and just sad to look back on. Um, like for some of you, maybe you're like not as emotionally turbulent as me, or just like used to things like this and just think it's like a nothing burger, but I don't know. I'm neurotic, so. And then there was another thing where uh there was this other girl I liked, because I've known her since we were like early teenagers. But I hadn't met her in a while. So I met her, and then I told her I liked her, and it turned out she liked me back. But then uh there was kind of some drama because uh I went we live far away, so um what's it? Yeah, we live far away, so it was I'm kind of like clingy. Like I have a disorganized attachment style, I'm pretty sure. Um, and then you know, I called too much and she crashed out on me. And then there was some other stuff involving her like lying about something and kind of crashed and burned, and that's how that ended. Right. Yeah. And now I have another crush, so that's really great. Like I said, to break my rule about sarcasm, I guess I can't help it, can I? Ah, can't help the sarcasm. Anyway, three crushes for triple the drama. Isn't that nice? All right, that was February through May. Um, Personally, over those couple dramas, just I feel like each time I was around 50% in the wrong. 50% probably. And I think I've learned my lesson. I'm getting better at about just disorganized attachment style. Like not being a fucking schizo. But that's sort of guilt and disgust toward like myself and my identity, over my achievements, over who I am as a person, over things I've done in the past. Just like that guilt, um, and shame and insecurity around like who or what I am. I think it's kind of eaten away at me, probably over the course of the past 4 years, maybe more, just over things in life in general. Um, I think ever since I turned to Christianity, though, it's kind of gotten better. I've learned to sort of not repeat certain, um, you know, unhealthy or gross behavioral patterns in my life. Some of them are private things, which I prefer not to share, but yeah, I just I'm not really a person who's like able to cry. Like I have to like force myself to cry if I want to. It usually just sort of turns into emptiness, those negative feelings. If someone says something like really like makes me feel really bad, like if someone says something like that, I'm kind of thin-skinned, so then I'll have like the uncontrollable urge to cry. But that happens very rarely. I don't usually cry. I just feel empty. Or, icky and gross, or both. Um, yeah, okay. So let's see. Um, yeah, I still feel just really gross about like those dramas and stuff. That's why I felt like I couldn't share it with you, because I don't like myself. Getting a little emotional here. I don't like myself though. Uh, I don't really like say this regularly to people because they're like, "Oh no, you shouldn't hate yourself, you know? You're a wonderful person, right?" But within my internal framework of like how I perceive myself and things I've done, I don't like myself. I just don't. Probably not justified. I think if someone were to go into my mind and read it, with the full context, not just like cherry pick snippets of bad things. If they were to like go through my mind and like actually read the whole context, I think they'd be kind of understanding. Pretty, no, I think they pretty much understand, yeah. But I just look at the bad things I've done, um, and I just sort of hate myself for it every day. Anyway, so we're on to June now, or June through September, or no, that'd be June through maybe early August. Yes, this is summer break. Okay, so um, I was so happy to finally get to summer break, and then within the first week, I was hit with like a wave of depression, and instantly realized that because I was on summer break, I no longer had friends because all the friends I have were at school. So then I realized that I don't have any friends when I'm on summer break, and that made me super depressed. Um, yeah, but I did get to go to Taiwan. That was nice. The air there is really humid. Um, it's insane, but they have nice architecture. I went to Tokyo with my mom. Well, I went to Taiwan with my mom. I went to Tokyo with my mom. Um, I have a bunch of videos and pictures on my camera roll. I think I'll share them on my alt channel. Um, I had a lot of fun in Tokyo, but my sleep was wrecked. Then I went to my cousin's house after that 1 week in Tokyo, and because there was a 12-hour time zone shift and I had to sleep on the third floor where there was all the spiders and mosquitoes, my sleep was wrecked for like the entire month that I was there, and yes, I did stay there for a month. Um, yeah, so my sleep was just wrecked, and I want to say that I had a good time with because I was with my cousins, but honestly, is like a 6 out of 10, maybe 6.5. Usually it's like an 8. Anyway, um, then more fucking depression because I was just staying at home doing nothing like a bum. And then after that, I went on the cruise with my cousin, which is pretty recent. Um, that was actually it was kind of fun. I don't know, you're sort of just trapped on a boat. There's not really much to do. Like, it seems all fancy, but you kind of get used to, like, there's this free soft serve and all you can eat buffet and all this stuff. And it's like, that's nice. There's like the water park too, and that's nice when you first get to it. But then you sort of just do those things, and then you're like, okay, now what? I'm kind of just stuck on a boat for like the next 3 or 4 days, and you don't really know what to do because you don't have Wi-Fi when you're on the boat, or you don't even have cellular data. So you can't really do anything relating to the internet, which means all activities have to be related to stuff on the boat. And then I got the flu, which I still kind of have. This is my cough, which you heard earlier. So, yeah. Recently, I think even last weekend it was, I went to Las Vegas with my dad. Um, I got this alien plushie. You saw him on the thumbnail. I named him Simon. His name's Simon. Isn't he adorable? Oh, his name's Simon. He's so cute. Oh, also, when we were on the cruise, we stopped by Cabo, and I got this thing from there, and I also got this bracelet. Pretty cool. Pretty cool bracelet. Pretty cool thing. Look at how the mouth doesn't line up in the middle. That's funny. Um, yeah. So, yeah, those were all the places I traveled to over summer break. Um, I guess this is the part where I sort of go all poor me, and just sort of talk about all the things that, oh, poor me, oh, poor me. Oh, my life is so bad. I have such a terrible life. Oh my gosh, like, I'm so sad all the time, and I have depression. I have depression. It's like this terrible, debilitating illness, depression, right? That like literally so many other people have worse than me. And yet I find ways to complain about my life. But anyway, that's what I'm going to be doing right now, which is complaining. So here goes my complaining. You can skip ahead if you don't want to hear me complain. Okay, so fucking depression. Life feels hopeless and empty. I feel like my relationship with God is kind of strayed a bit. Not, not a lot. I know God's still there. I feel close enough to Him that I'm reassured in His presence. But it's like, and oh, I went to church camp. I went to church camp for a week. That was amazing. Church camp was amazing. Um, yeah, just the other high schoolers there who were on the trip with me were super supportive with like my depression and stuff. and they were really nice to me, and it got me out of my shell. And it's probably why I'm able to talk to you more easier now. It's just because of how church camp affected me. It was really beautiful. There was some beautiful scenery there. We went whitewater rafting, uh, camping. Well, the whole thing was camping, but we had like the nighttime campfire circle every night where we play music, we sing Christian songs, and that was very nice. We went canyoneering once, and they have all this food there, and it's amazing. I think, personally, I think church camp was my favorite part of summer. Church camp was like the one good thing, the one good week during summer, or just these whole past 7 months. Church camp was probably the best thing. So I recommend it personally. Or I don't know, it's a lot of exercising though, and then there's, the cliffs and the rocks, and that's scary. So I don't know. Maybe you don't want to do that. But yeah, okay. So time to complain. Yeah, depressed. So poor me, poor me. So empty inside. Oh my gosh. Look at how I use sarcasm to defend myself. Um, Also a lot of confusion. Just, I feel like my memory hasn't been the best either. I think that's a depression thing. You just don't have like the best memory over certain things. Your head just kind of feels cloudy and foggy all the time. And it's been like that for me before, but it's been especially so over probably the past 5 months. Um, I'm more emotionally expressive though, right? That's nice. Um, it's just like, okay, like there's all the like just purely emotional things, like, oh, I'm just sad all the time, and like I feel like I'm not good for anything. And then I should also point out, oh yeah, and also the fact that I don't want to like feel like I'm a bad person. Like I think if someone were to look inside my mind, well, if they were just look inside my mind now without the full context, then they might see some pretty gross stuff. Um, but if they were look at my mind just like with the full context of things, I think they'd be a lot more understanding. And I think like okay, I know I'm not a bad person, right? I know I'm a good person. I know I am, but I feel like a bad person. Factually, I know I'm a good person, but I just feel like a bad person. I feel gross inside, okay? I feel disgusting. And also, I don't want to be a loser either. I don't want to be a loser. Being a loser just kind of sucks. No one wants to be a loser, but I am one. Right now, at least. That can change. Hey. Sorry, my cough. Um, it's just another thing that comes with like my depression and stuff like that. And like I should also note that the way I'm talking to you now is a lot different than the way I pictured that I'd be talking to you in my head when I was imagining it earlier. I thought because I tend to be pretty dramatic in my head, but when I actually talk to people, it's more concise. I think more concise and sort of logical, you know, less emotion involved, I guess. But with my depression and just sadness and emptiness in general, uh, it's made me contemplate like the fragility of like human nature, you know, or like the fragility of like the human body, and also what's the other one? Also the human mind, how fragile it is, how insignificant we are. Uh, well, I swear I lost my train of thought. What was I was thinking about? Oh yeah, like how dangerous free will is, and like the fact that society is able to just coexist with free will. And then also just looking around at other people who just seem just so blissfully happy all the time, and like I never understand. I can never understand how they can be just so happy all the time. Like I feel like it comes from a place of ignorance, right? Like they're just not looking at the bad things. And I'm just looking at the bad things because I'm being a pessimist, right? But then it's like, well, maybe they're right, you know? Maybe you should not look at the bad things. But again, that's ignorance. And then it's also me asking myself, well, are they really ignoring the bad things? Or are they just, have they just built up a tolerance to the bad things? Or like perceptions of the bad things so that they can be happy? Like, oh, like I see all these bad things going on in life, but I'm emotionally strong and I have a thick skin and I've grown tolerant to it. So I'm able to just sort of be happy and coexist with it and live my life. And I don't have that. And, that makes me jealous. It makes me happy for them, but it makes me jealous. I like it when other people are happy. That makes me happy when other people are happy, but it's just, it also makes me sad because I don't have that. Um, Gosh, I'm really being sarcastic, aren't I? Anyway, there's also the superficial stuff that's getting me down. Like my mom and like a little bit some other people pressuring me to start taking medication for my depression, taking antidepressants. I don't really want to do that. I don't know I could. I don't know. I don't like the idea of like taking pills to change my brain chemistry. It's weird. I don't really like that idea. It makes me sad to think like has it gotten to the point where like I guess my character or like who I am right now just like really isn't valued by the people around me, so they want me to take like antidepressant medication. Like I know it's for my own good to make me feel better, but like the fact of the matter is that it's changing my brain chemistry, and it's like, why can't you just take me the way I am now? It just makes me feel rejected. It's kind of understandable, I know, but it just pisses me off when it seriously pisses me off when I'm being like pressured into it. Um, and there's my responsibility since I'm 18 now. Um, I'm expected to get a job and to put in hours for driving, which is completely understandable, and which I haven't done yet, and which I keep getting pressured to do. Doesn't piss me off as much as the medication thing, but still makes me sad and scared, nervous. Oh my goodness. How long have I been recording for? I don't know. Oh, 28 minutes. Okay. Almost 29. So yeah, it was summer break. Uh, Mostly depression. Church camp was fun though. Um, and then like I also put tinfoil on my windows. See that? Pretty cool, right? Tinfoil on my windows. Well, the light in the morning so I can get better sleep. Um, you'll also notice. Oh, look at all those pimples! Oh my gosh! Even though I've been cleansing like every single night, uh, it was so bad when I got back from my cousin's house because I was there for like a month, and I just sort of couldn't cleanse anymore because my cotton pads went away. I feel like someone stole them. But yeah, I couldn't cleanse my face, and also even if I could. my sleep was so wrecked that whenever I got home, because their family is super busy all the time, I was literally too tired to even get ready for bed and I just fall asleep. So my face was actually worse than this, believe it or not. It was like a pepperoni pizza. Now you've got like scarring and stuff. Like it's actually starting to like scar, and you got like ice pick, or what is it called? Like it's like ice pick acne or something where you got the little divots in my skin, and it's like, oh my gosh. Like please, I just want my skin to be nice. Or doesn't everyone? But and then like my hair is kind of grown to a icky-ish length. I kind of want to cut it back like an inch, um, or an inch and a half or something, but it's kind of gone to that length where it's getting starting to get a little icky. So I should schedule a haircut soon. So it's kind of sad. Think about those things. So those are all the superficial things. Yeah. I wish I didn't hate myself. Anyway, well, yeah. Also, if you're wondering, uh, although I guess most of you probably aren't, but I've been doing like a bunch of like typology research. Now, I don't want to say what my personality type is quite yet, or like, okay, I don't want to say I know it is what it is. I can say what I think it is. I think my personality types, in terms of probably the three best ones are, or three most, s- okay. Enneagram, I'm SX5, clearly a 5 core, right? SX5, because all the relationship drama and stuff kind of makes sense. And just the other two don't really fit me as much. Plus, I find myself to be more of an emotional person, but I am definitely 5 core. So emotional 5, that's SX5, counter type. Um, my socionics is probably either ILI or IEI. I think it's ILI though. And then my psychosophy, which is psychosophy is kind of bad, but um I think mine is LEVF, which is called Pascal. Um yeah, anyway, not that you care. I didn't mean that in passive aggressive way, by the way. It's just you probably don't actually care. Just yeah. Anyway, the good news. Oh, the good news. Yay. I mean, dang, I'm kind of sad. Okay. I'm kind of I don't know why I'm kind of sad now because I've been talking about sad stuff for the past 30 minutes over the course of the past 7 months. Okay. Anyway, um, so let's see here. I don't even know if I want to post this video. I no, I should post. I should post this video. I just I'm not used to being vulnerable, so that's why. Anyway, let's see. Okay, I wish I had like some maracas here. Imagine I have like invisible maracas in my hands. All right. Super cool, good news, amazing celebration time, big pop-ups, flashy lights, everything. Oh my gosh. I'm not actually gonna edit this in because I'm lazy, and most people probably won't watch this far into the video anyway. But oh my gosh, so much crazy stuff going on, right? So many cool, awesome party things. Yay. The good news. Alright, so let's see. First off, um, my goals, my hopes. Please, future me, do this. Um, I'm gonna try to dedicate more time to my YouTube channel. Obviously, since I'm trying to be vulnerable and make a personal update video over the past 7 months, of stupid stuff that's been going on in my life, and I'm actually willing to open up about that. I think now that that barrier has been sort of crossed a little bit, I feel able to be more vulnerable and or just I feel like the obligation of being vulnerable has kind of been sort of set aside for now that I've done it again. So I feel like I can start working more on my YouTube channel and dedicating more time to it now that I've had this sort of designated video space to just tell you about the things that have been going on in my life for this one video and I can reference it in the future. Um, I will future me, please, future me. I will finish my old projects, which are like, okay, because as my audience, I want you to hold me accountable. I want you to be like that nagging mother that just like bullies me. Please bully me. I want you to bully me, okay? So, I want you to bully me to finish my old projects. These projects include Let's Play Game 4, Frostbite Edition. Um, what is it? The Trials of Midnight Castle. Uh, Less so of this because I've kind of given up on it a bit, but Kia versus the Abominations, which is that it was what I was doing for the game jam, if you check my live streams. And then there's some other games I had ideas for. Maybe the Squid Game skit thing, um, if you want. I don't really care about that anymore, but mostly Let's Play Game 4 and the Trials of Midnight Castle. Those two specifically I want you to hold me accountable for. Please bully me. Please bully me. Please bully me, okay? Can you do that for me? Can you bully me? Can you bully me? Okay. 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 Also, I'm gonna try to make a new Halloween game. I made a Halloween game last Halloween. Um, it's like this puzzle game. It's on my channel currently. You can go check it out. And I'm going to make one for the 2025 Halloween as well. I have to. I have to future me. Okay? Okay, future me? Okay? So, I'm gonna do the Halloween game. Empty promises, obviously, but that's why I need you to bully me, and that's why I need to bully myself as well. Alright, okay. I have a big thing to announce, but that'll come last. Um I might make more skits for fun, because today I was thinking back on I was thinking back on like what was it? It was my skit. I think it was my third video on this channel. No, I think it was my fourth. But it was the skit. It was the when a board game has too many rules, I think. It's very old, but you'll find it on my YouTube channel, and I'm very proud of that skit, although the audio is atrocious. It has atrocious audio, but the skit is very nice and I like it. So I was thinking that maybe I'd do more of those skits just to practice my acting skills. Because in retrospect from making this video, um, I didn't actually expect myself to be this communicative and emotionally expressive with my audience. Usually I'm bad at that, but I feel like church camp and also just talking to people at school recently has sort of gotten me out of my shell a bit more, which is very nice, and I'm able to socialize more. But again, depression sucks. So, you gotta take the good with the bad. I don't know if that's actually best saying for this situation, but um No. Skits, I think, would be nice. They will do skits. Um, I will live stream more. I will live stream more. This is actually something I want to do, so you don't have to believe me about this. I will do it. I will live stream more. Okay, when I say I will, I feel like I'm lying because I don't like making commitments like that, but I will, okay? And then just like, oh yeah, let's see these two. Uh, there's a couple realizations I've had, just about life over past time. One was more recent. I just realized it's kind of easier to just sort of surrender to life's pressures and give up your free will. Because, like, I'll be sort of rebellious and I'll, like, not want to, like, do anything. I'll just be lazy. But I realized just, like, if I just do what my mom wants me to do when she nags me, even if it feels painful to do it, if I just force myself to do it and feel terrible the whole time, but if I force myself to do it, then I don't have to do it later. And that's nice. Same applies for homework. And then another thing I realized, this was earlier than that realization, but this is about school. When I got back to school, I realized school's not that bad. Like I was making it out to be super bad the previous school year, but it's actually not that bad because I have friends there. And I have a structure. I'm forced to get up in the morning. I'm forced to do things, go to people, exercise my mind, even if I'm not actually learning anything, right? Don't tell my mom. Even if I'm not actually learning anything, the structure is still helpful for a person like me, who is a literal hermit who stays inside all day and forgets to wash their hair because it's super greasy and forgets to eat and forgets to shower and forgets to drink water and forgets to do work. Anyway, all right, time for the two amazing announcements. Okay, let me just sort of emotionally recover here from the past 42 minutes and 33 seconds. Um, I'll sort of calm myself here so I can make these two announcements proper for you. Let me get my alien here, you know, my little buddy Simon. He's cute. He's a cute boy. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry. Oh, okay. Oh wait, maybe I can do some. Ooh, I could do some OBS shenanigans. Ooh, you want the OBS shenanigans? Oh my gosh. Okay, wait. Yeah, I've been on this side of the camera this whole time. I just hit it because. Anyway, let's put on the filters. That one good. That one's good. Okay. Let's just remove my computer here. Is this one better? Oh my goodness. That's interesting. Okay. Got my thing. I'm gonna put on a nice background. Oh my gosh. Look at my beautiful background. Isn't that beautiful? It is, isn't it? Okay. Here's my amazing announcement. Drum roll, please. Drum roll, please. Please drum roll for me. You're not drum rolling. I know you're being lazy behind your computer screen. Please drum roll for me. Half of you at least. Half of you probably cooperating. I'm talking about the lazy ones. You know who you are, not drum rolling for me. How dare you? Actually, I don't want to be mean like that. You don't have to drum roll for me, but okay. First, huge, massive, amazing, beautiful announcement because life is beautiful. My cousin Ian moved in. Um, yeah, he moved into my house. He's gonna be here for some time, probably about a year. So he'll actually be available for stuff. I might be able to pull him in my live streams if I'm lucky, get him at the right time. He's busy with stuff, but I'm just gonna. It's convenient to have him here because I have another person I can socialize with and talk to, and also I have someone to play test my games with. And that sort of leads me into the biggest announcement ever, right? Big, massive, amazing, beautiful announcement. And I will make this announcement again later in a separate video. But, drumroll please, I am making a new card game. Yes, it's the exact same one from the alpha announcement you saw earlier. It's about a video that's like 3 months old, I think. Um, but it's for my new card game, Wild Hearts. Yeah, Wild Hearts. It's my new card game, where I can dump all my random ideas. Now, when I said in the video that I was gonna make it coded entirely in C sharp, I changed my mind. I found a better way. I'm not gonna use C sharp. C sharp is too wordy, and also I don't know how to use it entirely. Instead, what I'm gonna do is I write my own programming language using emojis. Yeah, it's so much better, right? So much better than using C sharp. I write my own programming language using emojis. That sounds so much better, right? Anyway, it actually is kind of better because it's a system that I understand. Like, I think I'm a pretty logical person, so I think I can kind of understand this better. I don't have to like understand the nuances of C sharp and stuff and how all that stuff works. I'm just sort of gonna make my own logical internal framework, and uh, the emojis can be translated into longer, more readable words. But the point is that the emojis go on the cards, right? So then it's kept in perfect logic. So it's not like English where you can like rules lawyer all sorts of stuff. No, it's perfect logic because it's code in emoji form. Because it's an emoji form, it fits easier on the card. It takes up less space. And then I can have explanation text underneath it for the beginners. But that explanation text won't be there for more wordy cards because those are gonna need all the space for the emojis, of course. But beginners aren't going to be playing with those cards probably anyway, so yeah. But other than that, right. Sorry. I'm really really sorry that I said I was going to do alpha play testing for the card game um earlier, because 3 months ago, right? But it didn't really turn out that way. I talked about it that I got preoccupied with stuff in my life. Um, but it's just like what is it? Sorry, I lost my train of thought again. Um, right. I'm working on the art for Alpha Edition, and then I'm releasing it on thegamecrafter.com. And yes, this is another thing that I had to change. I originally said I was going to do it for free on Google Slides. I realized that's super stupid, and the reason why is no one wants to use their printer ink to print out cards that are made of literal printer paper that they have to cut out themselves and sleeve into Magic the Gathering sleeves with their own pre-owned trading cards this for the back so that you can't see through it. And plus, it'd be super janky to arrange all of those things on Google Slides anyway. So instead, I'm using the Game Crafter. It will cost money. You will have to buy it. I'm really sorry. Um, okay, for the basic, just like packs, I'm using the paper envelopes so you don't get like plastic and stuff, you know. It's probably the cheapest option. Um, I made it so I profit exactly $1 from each item. And then for one pack of 18 cards, it costs 3.92, and I profit $1 from each. And then I don't personally recommend it, but if you want, you can get the and again, this isn't available yet. This isn't available yet. Not yet. I will make the video announcing it when it is available to buy on the Game Crafter. But there's also going to be a option for this birthday bonanza box I made. There's going to be this big thing full of tons of cards. And then it's going to have a special pack inside that contains all like rares, and it guarantees a mythic rare in there. So it guarantees one mythic rare, five ultra rares, 12 rares in that single pack. And you got six other random packs in there. But it costs $50.51 and I profit $10 from it. So, that's why I don't recommend getting that because it's super expensive. But, if you want to get it as like a gift or something, or just treat yourself, I think I'll like work extra hard on like the art for the packaging on that because I think it'd be really nice to have just some really, really fancy packaging on that. Another reason why I chose to do the Game Crafter over those other things is just like the manufacturing quality is just so much better, and also the distribution, they distribute for me. I get to keep my copyright, and also the cards are actually made of cardboard and not printer paper or card stock, like quality card stock, and then like you can put like stuff on it, right? And you can even like set the probabilities for each rarity. It's insane. And then like they have like all these their own like little like tokens and like pieces and stuff that they provide that you can put it in. I'm probably not gonna use any of those, but it's just something cool that I thought I'd note. Um, but yeah, so Wild Hearts Alpha coming soon. I'm gonna be honest, it's probably gonna take a little while for me to draw all the art for the cards because I'm putting in extra effort because the theme for Wild Hearts Alpha is basic wildlife, which means I'm gonna have to draw a lot of wildlife creatures, which I'm not used to doing. I'm not used to drawing like deer and like elk, which are deer, and like some other creatures like wolves, other forest, savanna animals. You know, that will take time, but yeah, it's just very exciting. Oh, I can even like show you. Wait, hold on. Oh yeah. If you want, I can like turn this. Let me duplicate this real quick. Um, where is it? Copy, paste. Uh, that's all that freaking pop. I'll drop it down because of course I do. Sorry, this is awkward. Okay, now let's pick a. I'll show you what I've got so far. Okay, so I'll show you. So obviously you've got the banner for the game. Um, you've got this thing. I don't know if I'm actually going to use it. Wait, hold on. Where'd it go? Like the back. I don't even know if I'm going to use this. It's so low quality. Um, and then You've got like borders and stuff for the cards. Pretty neat. Some other ones in here. Uh, yeah, so Alpha Edition is going to have three sets built into it. I treat editions and sets as different things. So each edition is 54 cards, and each set is 18. And it makes sense because the sheets and the game craft are cut out in 18. So like you generally price is measured in groups of 18 cards. So that's why it makes sense. What are some other ones? Like this one's pretty cool. They're all just color shifted. And then this one's gonna be for the mythic rare. Pretty neat, right? Yeah. Anyways, yeah, that's my video. I hope you enjoyed. Just an update on what's been going on in my life. I'm gonna try not be so depressed and actually do some stuff with my life. And I just hope everything's cool. I just wanted to hear say bye to my little alien Simon. Say bye to Simon. Bye, Simon. Or I have him, so I don't have to say bye, but anyway. Yeah, there's gonna be a video from coming out announcing that my card game Wild Hearts is available on the Game Crafter. But yeah, okay. Scatterbrain, sorry. I I really need to see a dermatologist.